Now, as the country marks the start of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, 19-year-old Vika Dayi from Lwandile village in the Eastern Cape will be laid to rest today. Vika was brutally murdered last week on Saturday after she accompanied a friend and was attacked in the village where she attends school. Newzroom Afrika's Siphosethu Booi is there and joins us now. Siphosethu, a very good morning to you. I would imagine quite a somber mood this morning as the final goodbye is said.
Indeed, Paul, and the morning has been a busy one for the family of the Dayi. As you will recall, like you just mentioned now, that Vika was actually murdered, brutally murdered and raped last week on Saturday. And this comes after she was accompanying a friend after they have been studying in this particular house that you see behind us. And you remember that we are in Chisabandu village. This is the village where Vika attended school, but she's not originally from this particular village. She's from a village called Lwandile. So she was accompanying a friend after they had finished studying when she was brutally attacked on her way back to this particular home. And currently, I'm just going to move out of shot, and then my colleague Usiankayana will give you a sense of what's currently happening. So as you can see now, these are family members of Vika who are here to do a traditional ceremony or ritual, one would say, where they actually come and speak to the spirit, or rather order the spirit and let the spirit know that she's now going to be taken back home to her homestead, her village in Lwandile village, because this is the home where she was actually taken in by the community members, including the family that she lives with here. And that bakkie that you see just behind the gentleman wearing a brown coat and jacket, that's the bakkie that transported her to the hospital. And also what we are also finding out, is the fact that she passed away after telling the community members who had assaulted her. And of course, community members took the matters to their own hands by, brutally, kicking and just assaulting the perpetrator, who also lost his life during the incident of being questioned by community members. And I'm going to be joined now by Udada, who lives in the family home, who's going to tell us a bit about the situation and when Vika came home last week on Saturday and what the situation she was in during that time. Dada, sibulele kakhulu ngokwenza ixesha uthethe nathi ngalentseni yanamhlanje. Dada, ngesisehlo senzeke kule vepheleyo ngumgqibelo, umntwana lo ebehlala apha ekhayeni, ndicela usichazele nje ngemeko.
Umntwana ebegqamisa apha ekhaya. Uye ati bekhapha omnye ke ebeyishumi yakhe ngomgqibelo emva kwemini, safumana ukuthi ulimele ngapha nansi ke emlanjeni apha bebenansi kakhona. Kwasukela ngabantu bebesukela bafika nyani engakwazi kwakuhamba. Bamthatha ke bamsa ezimotweni ngapha ezibheke enhlasi. Uswelekele endleleni ke kumoto besonga enhlasi. Aphela ke game.
Umfana tata lo wenze lento uyaziwa apha elalini.
Uyaziwa likwa kulo nini elilapha elalini, kodwa kwabo kungekho lapho. Lo mfana ikulo nina likwa lapha ekuhlaleni.
Wenziwe ntoni ngabahlali emva koba uVika phambi koba umoya wakhe ube uyophulukana nenyama after exelile uba ngubani lo wenze lento?
Baye bamsukela kaloku bamfumana ke bamdlulisa naye. Akekho ngoku ngosithethayo.
Esi sehlo tata sishiye imeko yalapha elalini yabahlali injani, ngoba ndiyayicingela nje ba inoba banqunguphele emva kwesi sehlo silohlobo, isehlo singaqhelekanga.
Ababahlanga ngoku ukusuka into bakwenzeke lento kangangoba simosheke sibizeke kakubi ngelali nasikolo sisifundwayo sibizeke ngamagama ngajongo.
That is Utata that lives in this home where Vika was actually renting, and he's just telling us the situation of what had happened last week on Saturday upon Vika's return from the dam, where she was brutally raped and stabbed by the perpetrator, who's known in the village. But from what we understand and what he's saying is that the perpetrator himself is not from this particular village. However, he's known by the community members here. So just before Vika passed away, he had alerted community members of who had assaulted her, and the community members did manhandle the perpetrator. As we are currently speaking now, he's also deceased. So as the family now moves from this particular area of Chisabandu, because the traditional ritual of, alerting her spirit that she's now being taken back home is now moving to a village in Lwandile that's plus minus an hour and a half drive from this particular area of Chisabandu village where we are currently. And the situation at Vika's home is quite sad, because Vika was the daughter who was now doing grade 11 and was actually going to go to matric next year if she would have passed. And Vika's father is also currently unemployed and looks after Vika's brother who has a disability. So we will now move to the Lwandile village from here, Chisabandu village. Back to you in the studio.
What a tragic experience there, Siphosethu Booi. Thank you so much for that update. We will continue throughout the course of the day to bring you more of what comes out of that heart-wrenching story.